Hello everyone, welcome to Fableheim and Age of Wonders 4, the Archon Prophecy. The final expansion for Expansion Pass 2 and its accompanying free update are releasing on August 12th. This was announced right after Glint's finale. So since my prediction was so terribly off, and because there's some very exciting news both in this announcement and it was on the Age of Wonders 4 Discord, thought I'd go over it. Dear we are excited to announce that the Archon Prophecy expansion and the free Griffon update will be released on August 12th. Join the Celestial Archons as they strike back against Uros' corrupted forces, consult the Oracle's glimpse hidden prophecies that shape the fates of the realms, and become the master of your own destiny. There's like a minute-long trailer for the announcement. I'll leave a link to it if you'd like to watch it for yourself. It's pretty cool. So the key features of the Archon Prophecy expansion. That is a new culture. Build your empire with the help of the architects. Construct vast, magical monuments within your cities and dedicate them to the affinity of your choice. To empower your economy and unlock powerful bonuses. Shape your domain and carve your ideology into the world. Now, just a little vague. However, I think that this draws some inspiration from Planetfall. And there's another reason why I think this, but we'll get to that when we get to it. In Planetfall, you could dedicate your cities to, I don't remember what they're called, to the different resources. You could have like a huge bio farm where your city was basically a huge food economy, and you could spread the food out across your empire. I really love that feature. There's one you could do energy, one you could do production. You get the point. So if it works similar to that, I am very excited for how the architects are going to play. There are two new forms, the Elysian, ascended heavenly beings that bring a touch of the divine to your realm. I wonder if this is going to be similar to the humans in Age of Wonders 3. They had, was this strictly human or was this the priest's cleric thing? I think these are the ascended. You can see they have the little wings on their head. And the ancient, withered and bent beings from the depths of history, and other, more sinister places. I wonder if this is kind of like the, in World of Warcraft, there's the Draenei and then there's the Broken, where the Draenei bathe in the light of the Naru, and then the ancient were cast away from it, and became broken. That could be really fun to explore. New narrative content, forge your destiny, with prophecy traits, new society traits that help you shape your empire. Early in your journey, a vision will appear, challenging you to define your ruler's purpose and ambitions. How you interpret it is up to you, but fulfilling the prophecy will unlock powerful rewards. This is kind of pushing the society traits to their limit, I think, and could be helpful. Whether it works out or it doesn't, I think it's always nice to see them exploring new potentials for content that already exists. 2 new story realms to learn the secrets of the mysterious Archons. If there are any lore experts, feel free to share if these ring any bells. Speaking of ringing, the Rings of Amnora. Enter the hidden realm of Amnora, stronghold of the Archons, in a search for aid in the eternal war against Urath. That, of course, is the Void, the Umbral. And the Cliffs of Sordun. Land on the coast of Sordun and explore ancient land that fell into the endless horrors of the Umbral Abyss. Reclaim the realm from Ura's clutches and fulfill a prophecy that will shape the war between light and darkness. Do you think? No. I wonder if they'll expand Gloom, because at the moment, we have no way to kind of like get rid of it, or Gloom is there, you know? Unless there's like a source that's spreading it, you destroy the source and it goes away. But like in the Umbral Abyss, do you think they will get like a way to cleanse stuff? I doubt it, but could be cool. Could be fun. Blint, of course, will eventually reach his way here to the new story realms, but he has a long journey to make. He might be able to complete Rise of the Guardian now that we're like 2 months out of release. I was expecting like a month. We're 2 months, though. Maybe we can complete Rise of the Guardian, we'll see. What you're all here for, though, the new stuff to play with. The 4 new tomes, the Tome of Virtue. Empower your armies with unwavering righteousness and bolster their fighting strength until the bitter end. Order. The Tome of Prophecies. Weave fate into every moment with prophetic spells and omens that shape the battlefield. I wouldn't be surprised if this is an Order Astral Tome. We currently don't have one, right? Tome of the Revenant. Channel the power of the dead and take vengeance against the living. Could this be an Order Shadow Tome? That would be really cool. And kind of like, I'm on the Guild Wars train still, but the Revenant is in Guild Wars too, and they're really cool. I'm kind of exploring them right now. The Tome of the Archon. Summon celestial allies and ascend your units to the ranks of the Archons. Is this a new major transformation? Ho ho ho! Ho ho ho! How is this going to differ from Angelic, though? Well, we'll have to wait and find out, I suppose. The new hero class. Answer the call of the divine with the power of the battle saint. Whether guiding the faithful as a sacred support unit or standing firm as a martyr-like tank, the battle saint... I didn't realize there were multiple pictures on this. The battle saint turns virtue into strength and sacrifice into victory. And so much more. Including... Oh, that looks so cool. Including 7 new wildlife units roaming the world, 2 new mounts, the Chariot and the Griffon, 5 new music tracks from composer Michel van der Bos? That's what I'm going with. Several map updates, new interface skin, and many other smaller things. Alongside Archon Prophecies, all Age of Wonders 4 players will receive a free content update on August 12th. The Griffon update will include new features such as extra faction data, not sure what that is, new form traits, flaws. Oh, the rant. Hold on. Hero class updates, and new notification settings, and more. Full details on these free additions will be shared in the game's patch notes shortly before launch. Okay, before we get to the pretty pictures, I'll let them roll. Flaws. I'm really excited for this, and this is why I thought of Planetfall for the Affinity dedication thing. Flaws was a feature in Planetfall when you were designing your faction leader. And basically you could take on a flaw that would give you more points for them to get traits. So perhaps in Age of Wonders, as the forms, we pick up, let's be really boring, athletics, strong. That's our 5 traits. But we could also maybe take on a flaw that's like energy addicted or something. Where, well, mana addict. Oh, that's a society trait. I believe the energy thief or like pickpocket was a thing in Planetfall where basically your hero would take extra energy income from you, but you would get like 2 more points to get a positive trait. So if we have something similar, we'll just go with mana addict. Your units would have an additional mana upkeep based on their tier or something, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But your forms would get 2 more traits, so you could be strong, athletic, and offensive masters, and just be an absolute terror on the battlefield. That would be so cool. I'm really excited to explore that. So for the hero class updates, we know a little bit about this because of the Discord. I'll leave a link to it in the description if you would like to join the Age of Wonder Discord. I am a solitary creature. But thanks to Crowd Crystal for sharing, we know a few things. For example, Future Fib, if you would be so kind, the Eldritch Sovereigns can be Battle Saints. So a new class for the Eldritch Sovereigns, which is really cool. We have rumors of there being new necromancy mechanics. So the Ritualist is being reworked and, will no longer be able to be a necromancer. From what I was able to skim through, they're going to be very focused on the druidic part of the Ritualists and less so on the other stuff. So we'll see what happens. Next, just more necromancy things. There'll be a good way to do necromancy better than now, Avoxel would say. Avoxel has been on a few of the dev streams and may make an appearance in this next one. And we got a screenshot of one of the new classes, the Elementalist, which I think is just like taking over the mage. So that could be a lot of fun. We shall see. There's also a chariot in the background, which is very cool. Very cool. I got a little distracted. Let's take a look at these pictures, shall we? Excuse me? All right, I'll do it myself. So this is the Vigil A tier 3 battle mage unit has the Radiant Bolts and the Purifying Blast. Okay, biblically accurate angel. Very cool. I hope that the Eldritch Sovereign, if Eldritch Sovereigns can indeed be battle mages, I hope they get an update, or at least a few new customization features. They can be more this. They do have the really pretty Eldritch Sovereign. It could be like an angelic thing, but a few more, wings would be nice. Here is Astra. This is a tier 5 mythical unit. Okay. Is that you? Pieta of Blessed Renewal? It could be. So Radiant Strike, Divine Sundering, Angelic Grace, Archonic Leadership. Interesting. Holy Aura. I believe those are new. Very nice. Very nice. That is a Lost Wizard level of upkeep. Cool. And then we have I'm assuming this is the city. There's the little chariot down there. Cool. That is an awesome... Is this a landmark, or is this just a handmade landmark thing? Not landmark, but you know what I mean. Interesting. I wonder if chariots are going to have any different gameplay things, because usually when you think of a chariot, you think of like something that hits once really hard. But probably not, since it's a mount trait. It's hard to say. So, since the game is releasing on August 12th, that is, of course, 2 months from now, let's see the schedule. We want to make sure that our players are informed and as excited about Archon Prophecy as we are. So, Dev Diaries will be posted weekly every Thursday starting this week and up until the release, with the first one introducing the Architect culture. So we don't have to wait long to find out what the Architects are all about and whether there is indeed some Planetfall influence. They're also quite active on the Discord. If you have any questions about upcoming content, again, I'll leave a link to that in the description if you would like. However, due to limited availability during summer, a lot of things are happening behind the scenes. Dev streams will start later. The first look dev stream will take place on July 24th, and more streams will take place, will happen weekly after that. I will cover all of the dev diaries and all of the dev streams up until release, and I don't know anything about this. About that one. The summer thing. Yeah, the summer thing. I am sure that it is exciting. Good luck. To triumph. But what happens to Expansion Pass 2 in August? After the release of Archon Prophecies, Expansion Pass 2 will become a dynamic bundle on Steam, which means you'll be able to complete the set if you already bought a standalone DLC from the pass and get a nice discount. And of course, what comes after 2? And then, of course, you can join their various channels if you would like. I am very excited for Archon Prophecy, and I will be there day one. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Thursday to learn what the Architects are all really about. Bye.